Okay, moving on to 3B in our basic training. We're going to start out in our sumo squat, standing in our center of the mat, pushing strongly down with our forearms, leaning back, coming into our diamond arms, forearm press, sliding to the front of the mat, heel toe wide to 10 and 2. Beautiful. So once our hips are dropped, we're going to stay in a half sumo and then suspend one leg. So we're going to reach for the right leg loop with both hands and then pick up that foot. Now this is where we learn how to do it correctly. I was just like, flop it in there, whichever way you can get. But when we get our leg loops on, I feel like I'm talking really loud, but we're going to do core. We're going to learn how to lift our knee and squeeze. So do what I'm doing. Lift the knee and squeeze. Pull down strongly with the arms, right, to the work. So we're trying to pull the leg loop down to our navel and at the same time pick the knee up. Just even this is a great core exercise. We don't have to do a lot. Then we learn how to bring the knee out to the side. Oh, knee out to the side. Try it one more time. I know it's difficult because we're so used to lifting our knee, but you can't get the foot in there like that. The knee goes out to the side. And then we can, yeah, better. Yeah, just karate, chop it up there for now. But what we want to do is lift our own body weight using our core. That's the upper, middle, and lower muscles as well as the obliques, and learning how to pull down with our arms to engage with our legs. Totally different. But again, tomorrow when we get more into the intermediate practice, we do like the entire first part is core. So core and inversions, just what everybody, what the doctor ordered, everybody needs. Okay, so this is our half Buddha. We're just going to take the time to chill. This is a great way to do some restorative and therapeutic for the hips. Just simply wagging the tail, I call it, letting the foot explore in the space. This also looks like we're in a side lunge, right? So we're just one foot down, one foot suspended, and we're just wagging. So simple, right? Now, if I wanted to come into my quad stretch, we're going to try our floating pigeon one more time. We wrap our arms around wide, we bend the knee out to the side, and grab for the foot, the leg loop, whatever you can hold on to. Okay? Again, we can push the knee down, pull the knee in, all these awesome variations to get movement in that hip joint. Then we're going to take our right hand and keep holding on to the swing. Our left hand, keep holding on to the leg loop, left hand holds on to the swing, turn the knee over, and we're in our quad stretch. I heel toe my left foot to the center of the mat, so wide center. Yeah, so all the way to the edge is the wide center. So center is here and then wide is the edge. There we go. Okay, I keep holding on because I can lift to come out of it and then expand again. Keep holding on to your leg loop with your right hand. Oh yeah, that's your anchor. You don't want to let go of that because it's like it destabilizes the knee. So I hook and then I pull my elbow in. You can even do that too. And that's like a deeper stretch. You can hook here. Yes. So that is a nice way to get a deeper quad stretch, right? And can your hips face the side wall actually? Yes. And then my left hand is just supporting my weight. So from quad stretch, we can actually press back into Supta Virasana. I straighten the front leg, and then I bring my left arm overhead, only if it feels good, or support the neck. So I can always use my supermodel or half chilaxin arm, one chilaxin arm to support. But you want to just get a deep quad stretch, pulling both knees towards the center line. Beautiful, come on back. Nice, really deep, huh? Turn it over, nice and easy. Just wag. So I'm going to walk my foot back to for you, it would be the 10 position. For me, it's the 2 position. And wag. Okay, forward press. Now let's get into a little bit more of the core strengthening. Just like we did, we were picking up our knee to get the leg loop on. I like using my extra leg loop in my hand. I call it my choo-choo. So I like either, so there's a couple of different holds. You can do a wrist wrap, or I do what I call like a boxer. Just wrap the leg loop around your hand in one way or another. There, you can do it like that too. Perfect. So it gives you a little bit more grip, right? So now our hands don't get as tired. In the other hand, I just hold on to the swing. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to pick up my left knee. So I'm going to lift the knee, and then I'm going to touch down. And I'm going to lift the knee, and I'm going to touch down. And if you do 10 of these each day, you're going to be able to lift your own leg, right? So you can see how the upper body's still really engaged. Lower body's relaxed, but the core is working. There you go. And then if this is really easy, or if the person is surviving, then we're going to do knee to elbow, which means we're going to lean back. My right hand's going to support my head. And then I'm going to bring the knee all the way up. And then I'm going to arch and open. And then pull knee to elbow, lift. So I don't want you to yank on your head, right? I want you to keep your head in line with your body and lift your knee even higher, which will be harder. There you go. So the knee is going to point towards the sky all the way up. So lean back into it a little bit more so your head is totally relaxed. I know. What? And then we do the hard ones, because these are intermediate. The hard ones are toe touches. So plank, toe touch. Stay in a straight line. Plank, toe touch. Just try it. Lift your hips up. Toe touch. Yeah, I know. The hamstrings like, what? Mm-hmm. All right, come on back down. So those are our core strengtheners. 3 versions. Just start out with the knee lift so people can get used to putting the leg loops on. Elbow to knee for hardest plank toe touches. And we'll do this again tomorrow, but I just want to show you the variations. Now we're going to come into what I call hook. We're going to lift our leg all the way up and hook our heel on the swing, all the way up, I know, like all the way up there. So from our plank toe touches, we can just end with a hook. And we're going to drop our hips and stay here. Now we don't need our choo-choo anymore, so we can come to chillaxing arms if that feels better. Just rest the head. The more your hips drop, the deeper the stretch. This can also, if it feels more comfortable, you can bend the knee. Straighten the leg, just kind of play with where do you get the best stretch for your body. What is this called? Hook. 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 Yeah, hook the heel. Try to use names that make some sort of sense. Okay, so from here we're going to do another twist, a floating twist. We're going to hold on to the swing with both hands and let that foot come between the leg loop and the swing. And now we're going to L-shape the legs. So, yeah, bring it all the way out. There you go. There you go. Push your hips up. Push your hips up. Up. Yes! Hold on to the ankle, back of the knee, calf, toes. So, yeah, the legs are perpendicular to one another. And come on back around. Whew. Let's go ahead and land it in our floating Buddha to change sides. All right, adjust. Let's do some windshield wipers. Almost there. We're going to end with our bonus, which is a hammock pose, and then get into a little mini cocoon. So you guys can relax before we finish up. We're doing great time-wise. It's like, since we usually have like a half-hour lunch break, but we're going to take 15 minutes and we'll stay right on time. So remember, hips heavy, heart open, head relaxed. Right? So which part of that mantra do you need to focus on? Is it the head relaxed? Is it the heart open, or is it the hips heavy? Because everybody has one spot where they can have a little bit more opening. Okay? So second side, let's bring right foot down into a half sumo. Find your wrap. For your choo-choo, and just wag the tail. Good. So we're going to do our quad stretch first, so I don't forget. So let's bend. We actually don't need our choo-choo yet. So let's bend the left knee. Start in a floating pigeon first, right? So both knees bent. So if we don't do the pigeon first, then it's hard to kind of rotate over, right? So first I can hold on to the foot and push the knee down. Just open up that way, and then I'm going to hold on to the leg loop the whole time, and then turn the knee over, make sure the knee is safe. And then with the quad stretch, I like to heel toe to wide center. Hook allows us to go a little bit deeper, but we hold on with something. Now the right hand can hold on to the swing, which we could do the choo-choo here, but the swing allows us to lift in a bicep curl a little bit easier. Let your hips point towards the sidewalk. Now where is the stretch for you? Is it really lowering? Is it pulling up towards the center line? Find we're engaged, but relaxed. foot is flexed, the whole body is working, and yet finding that spaciousness. All right, Supta Virasana. Straighten the front leg. Let the right hand come overhead. I like to support the head with my hand. Pull the energy towards the center line, and then lean back into it. So it's really Ardha Supta Virasana, if we were being true to our yogic language, because we're just doing half. One leg. Great quad stretch there. Nice, ladies. Come on, back up and around, nice and easy. Turn it over. Big stretch. And now we do our core strengthening. Back to choo-choo. You don't even have to use this, but I like it because it helps me engage. You can just hold on to the swing. Lots of different variations, but which one feels most supportive to you? Right? So knee lifts. Knee to chest. Inhale, expand, touch down, and lift. Slow it down. It's actually harder if you do it with your breath. Inhale, touch. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. All right, let's stay here. Pull the knee all the way up towards the sky, which means you lean back. Support your head with your left hand, and then knee to elbow twist. Inhale, expand, lean back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, expand. Exhale, squeeze. So head stays back in your hand, right? Just let it happen from the knee lifting up to meet your elbow. It makes it a lot harder. Squeeze and expand. All right, next one, come all the way up. Toe touch. Plank. Toe touch. Engaged all the way strongly through the left leg in order to lift the hips. Plank. Nice straight line. Plank. Straight line. Shoshana. Straight, straight, straight. Toe touch.
So how do I stop myself from doing all this rocking?
I wouldn't worry about that too much. Just kind of keep the energy pulling towards the center line. Go slower and more controlled. Lean back into it. Next time we lift, Jordana's like, don't leave us here. She's just talking. We can lose our choo-choo, chillax in arms. Hook all the way up. Beautiful. Drop the hips. That's the stretch. This is actually a rest pose, right? The more we relax, the deeper the stretch. It's a big one where the IT band interfaces with the hamstring. This is great for bikers, for runners. All of those repetitive exercises. And I'm always swaying. I don't know. I just get used to the rocking. But you can always, if you want to stop rocking, bring one foot down.
I think I was rocking like a big wave.
Yeah, a big wave, exactly. Surfing the big waves. Let's bring our foot between that space, between the leg loop and the swing, holding onto the swing with one hand or both hands to twist, or let your left hand find its way to your foot, your heel, back of the knee, wherever you want to reach, and then L shape with the legs. So really twist. See how far you can go. Have some fun with it. It's a big press and engagement through the hips. Come on back down. We made it. Let's just land it here. Yeah, so this is our basic training, just so you know. Press your hips forward. Keep your head in line with your body. And just feel even here. This could be a side lunge. You know, forget all the twists and all the fancy things. This is so incredible on the body. So we're in a lunge. We can just take our hips, press them from side to side, wag the tail. Such a huge therapeutic, right? That's all we need to do. All the other stuff is just fancy. Okay, let's come into our hammock pose to finish up this sequence. We're going to thread our toes through to X and stack the ankles. We do that so the ankle bones don't start yelling at us. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't stack. I just find my ankle bones don't like it. But I have bony ankle bones. So yeah, so that's our X. From there, we have this extra leg loop. I like to put it behind the head, around the neck, covering the full length of the ears. And this is our hammock pose. So this is the only time we use the word hammock. The rest of the time, we refer to the entire system as a swing. This is for swingers. Okay, so we're here, we're relaxed. We can reach up and grab for the leg loop if we need a little bit more support. We can push the hips up. We can sink the hips down. We can let the hands dangle towards the ground. We can use chillaxin arms. Just try the different variations and you're like, oh yeah, that's the one. The other option, which we're going to do next, is we can spread everything out. We can spread the swing out. We can spread the leg loops out. Everything spreads out for our comfort. So lots of different variations we can do. All right, let's try second side. All righty. So we're going to put that leg loop back on. Come through our floating Buddha and stretch it out. Now we could have done in our entire series, both 3A and B, with everything spread out. So I hook the heel, making sure the leg loop is on the arch of the foot. Hook the heel. Hook the heel. Arch of the foot. And now, if we're fancy, we can spread the swing out while we're in it. Now, it's sometimes difficult, so if you can't do it, we'll hop out and get back in. But you can actually get inside of your swing and spread it out. Just try it. It takes a little magic, but it will happen. There you go, spread it out. I know. How? If it gets twisted, just lift your butt and pull the bottom edge so it covers. Okay. Yeah, pull the bottom edge and pull it over your butt. From behind you. Don't lean back. That won't work. Keep your head lifted. Keep your upper body lifted. Take the bottom edge and pull it underneath your butt. Yes, like that. Spread it out. Yeah, if it's doubled up, it's no big deal. Okay, so what we're going to do is get our arms out. You're good. Stay where you are. You're good, honey. You're actually where we're going. You're ahead of the curve. We're going to take both feet and put them into the right leg loop, and they don't, you can cross them without Xing. So it's cushioned. Okay. Then, again, we have this extra leg loop. We're going to put it behind the head, underneath the neck, covering the full length of the ears. Yeah. And now that you're here, you can see if you can pull the swing up a little bit higher above your upper back as well. It looks like the swing's doubled up. That's why it looks so small, teeny. Yeah, you got it. So usually if I get the butt hooked, then the rest is easy. It's just above the, it's quicker double up. Yeah.
Do you want me to lift up?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I will just get your butt in there. Yeah.
You got a big butt.
No, that's not the case. But so if you lift your upper body, it's very helpful, honey. Instead, lift your upper body instead. Yes, there you go. You're in. Yay. Good. So with that spread out, there's all this material. Good. Can you get over there? Decent. Yeah. So with everything spread out, it obviously makes it a little bit more restorative. Right. So hammock, second side. I highly recommend for newbies, if they find any discomfort, particularly in their legs, and some of the lunges that we're going to do next, just spread out the material. So with the leg loop that is behind our head, we're going to thread through, get both hands through the center, and put it on like a t-shirt so it's bunched up underneath our arms behind our back. So it's doubled up behind our back. Now we can lean back even more into a supported back bend. Okay. Hands can be extended out to the sides if that feels good, or stay in your chillaxin arms. One of my newer poses is holding on to the top of the leg loop and arching back like I'm doing my flying monkey pose. So you can try all the different variations to hang out here for another 3 minutes in our hammock. From hammock, we're going to simply transition to our cocoon for a mini break. So back bends are one of those poses that tend to be challenging for most people, and the swing helps us to go deeper with support. Whenever you want to come into a smaller back bend, you just drop your hips. Let the leg loop slide up closer to your armpits and you won't go back as far. If you really want to extend and arch, you just push your hips towards the sky, let the leg loop slide down towards your waist, and voila, you're in a big back bend. So find your favorite position that feels good, not only for the upper back, but for the lower back. And when you're ready, reach up for the top of the leg loop, pull yourself back up into the swing, get on in there, release the leg loop, head inside the swing, arms inside, yeah. And then the second leg loop can go back on the left foot, fully extended from the arch to the back of the knee. And this is our cocoon. Now we're going to cocoon for a few minutes here. Let ourselves drop into some respite, some well-deserved rest. I like to rest my hands on my lap, or cross them over my chest, or extend them over my head, depending on what feels good for your shoulders. Okay, so if everybody is comfortable, just close your eyes, let yourself drop in, let the breath breathe you, and let the swing hold you in this warm hug.